and how I know and how I said it talk. It's just on as though these niggas know I might buck. Because I'm back to Egyptian ways that I said them knowing play no games. They saying that they knowing how it's really trust. Telling me surveillance should be on me, but what? Oh, the niggas in the movie was just showing me that they just wanted to make me know the spot is out for family. I mean, the way that I didn't know that how to go was showing please to everybody that live up with me. That just hadn't hatched, cause I put a door on it, so it's just how it is the facts. This the shit they did to sex, this the shit they didn't know. Wasn't really just luck. Fuck, this the shit that I done said, what's up? All the niggas talking, but we get it up. What they want with niggas knowing how I had to set it up. They hit them up, they know when we gon' be involved in play. They scaring game.
So
It's kinda slang. I know it, man. I ain't changing how I do my thing. I did it so long so they can know that I'm just on. Cause I done made them know. Cause before that I done heard it, man. And this is just
so the main thing,
yeah, cause you know I'm still that chivalry. Do yeah, the code. They know that I get it into. But now you know that I might just look more like Joker than Superman. Cause that's not really bad, man. I'm joking, man. I'm no. And now I go and get the fuck this head. This is nothing just to stop the shit. I'm running in. Now they knowing where it really went. Okay, man. I didn't know it's really cold as shit. What is this? That's how cold I'm trying to say it is. I swear I did. This is how I move and how I went. The coincidence. Now these niggas gonna tell me how I had to go and spell. Niggas know that I've been always on it, cause they knowing that these niggas just be acting like they lobbing just to talk, and this is shit that they done thought, but I didn't really grow up. But they didn't know me how I sit and what we want. How I tell these niggas I've been always on the clue crux. Yeah, this is niggas talking how I sit and what they want. A nigga gonna bust. Oh, nigga saying that the forest never had it. But I'm wearing just the way that I done always stack it. Trying to put red on my white tee. Niggas knowing everything that I didn't be. Now they knowing just the real the dots. Talking like I put them on the spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the main thing what I'm trying to get to is explaining how life started in silence. So it's just like silent war was the first war. It was not the last war. The silent war was over medieval times. You feel me? So let me write this. Let me just write that down. Silent war was the first war over. Okay, so that's what truth and facts come from. Okay, because since Silent War was the first war over, you feel me? The truth had a whole void to vacuum into and make its own principles and baselines being ancient, as false had its own cleavage of polarity. So, because I'm not saying, and my bigger topic of what I'm gonna talk about later, of words is all a display of a story of a silent war that was the first war over, and that's where mythology comes from, because that's what definitions are. Mythology names, and they're telling, and so you're hearing a short story of the mythology name. You feel me? So, you know, you might hear Ziza Ziza or Zazaze, you feel me? Or you feel me? On a more updated, you feel me? Through a more respectful of old soul of why those names are words. You feel me? Because we are verbs. So words are nouns are adjectives for verbs. So that's how you know they're names. same time, pronouns mean talking to about a name in a more non-neutral way. Okay, so people don't get that because I was in preschool with the satellites. Okay, that first time in school, I had all the satellites. Okay, so and it wasn't like I got I have all the GMs looking at me. You feel me? I have them already. Okay, so from preschool, so talking to me about being a teacher or student is the only way to have a conversation with me. So people always come up to me and say, "Teacher," and then they like, "Don't teach me," and I'd be like, "Bitch, I didn't say I was trying to teach you. You called me." You feel me? Just to throw out that disclaimer. Because there's someone that's respectful and knows life is wax on, wax off, then, I'm saying teacher too. You feel me? That's why you feel me? I'm saying that's how I'm not putting myself in circles, okay? We're not talking about Harry Potter or nothing, so I'm not about to put myself in no circle. You feel me? And that's the whole point that I'm trying to get to. And I explained the vice versa, which the energy. But so, that being said, because it's video, and people act like they don't know how videos work, and that's what making your own vlogs and other things, diaries, is for, so you can have time to confirm something that you needed, as I said on the other page, time capsules of your identity. Because in my identity, my face card is pretty swell everywhere. It's so swell that I have to get away from people to be able to use it. So that's all I've been trying to tell people, and people be like, "Oh, you have to get away from me so you can use you're not gonna come back." I'm like, well, are you a bad person? You get what I'm saying? So yeah. The whole thing is also is like, when we get to the point of understanding that silent war was over. It's the first war, because that's what equals medieval time. Okay, because somebody's castle is the Guinness Book of Records, hidden in the world, and why we have to respect the ruler. Not hidden, but you get what I'm saying. Protected, usually hidden. Hidden usually means protected in this time. You feel me? Hidden means protected in this time. So that's just a slang that's gonna grow. You feel me? Let me just explain. Words are a story. Okay. They're in different names, the mythology names. It's every word, because every letter is a hieroglyph. It's a microism of a hieroglyph, and every hieroglyph, every noun is an adjective of a verb of a word being hieroglyphs. You feel me? So you feel me? So that's how it transforms. If you know many languages because I can read hieroglyphs. I'm not about to talk to you and you tell me I don't know how to read hieroglyphs. Okay, I'm not gonna help you. And it's that thing. It's that simple. My senses are like a lion. That's what I wanted to get into. My senses are like a lion, and you know, there. And being able to be on 2 feet, we can register. That means, I'm successfully, um, yeah, it's on an accelerated way. If the lions that fog up the jungle give me clear view, you get what I'm saying? And my senses are like a lion. So that being said, to know my rank, because you know you can be like, well, look at where's your clothes at? It's not around here, sir. What? Where's your army? I got you. Don't call out a business, okay? Because this big bank take little bank, and anybody can jump. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just trying to register as I just talk. And, you know, if I was on a playground or I was in the middle of and there was people that was just listening and the regular respect and the atmosphere echoing back a cadence that, oh, wow, that's you feel me? Like, wow, like, you feel me? You feel me? I'm sorry that I chose to, like, want to hear that to an OCD way. You feel me? So, that being said, that's how I just let my haters talk, because those are the ones that be citizen arrested and will follow me to wherever I go, and then I ask me why I don't have a car. You feel me? Or why I don't? You feel me? And I'm like, well, why are you following me? You're not helping me. You get what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, every word has an opinion, its own rumor mill, which means telepathy is real, because if you feel me, and it's just that simple stadium opinionated backlash. So it was Gladiator Greek Rome, you feel me? Everywhere you go, that's all it is. And people do it non-stop, and when they do it, they play games because they really think that people don't have the attention like the warriors that was gladiators. Just to be said, you know, it can be said. So the whole thing is, if people play and keep going back and forth for what already is, like, it matters just to take a word out its own meaning. Like, you feel me? I could tell I could tell you every story of every word in the dictionary, and that's why I'm saying the no dictionary is no word in there is bad. I think I said in the video, if you look at a superhero or like a superhero name, all those words, you feel me? And it's you feel me? If you look at a superhero name, all those words, you get what I'm saying. Cause like a PG-13, like it's not gonna be like rape with you grab them and you. No, that's not the story of rape. You feel me? Rape was, you feel me? Just like any superhero, and then off of TV, rumors of how people wanted to be like rape made the word into that mythology, just like any mythology, like Medusa. Like like Medusa, and made the word rape mean that energy because people want it to be like rape. So instead of the word meaning what rape means, it means people wanting to be like rape. And that's how, you feel me, things get out of misconfigured, because they're like, oh, you raped me, you feel me, or raise, you feel me, raise, not too different, you get what I'm saying. That being said, it's all that much of a figure that people don't get, because it's a whole story that everybody's in. Like that's what people try to call spells, and that's not what spells. Stories aren't spells. You being in karma is not spells. Okay, that's you're making a joke about your karmatic debt to every story that you put your life into, because every word is a story. You feel me? We can say goddamn every day, goddamn one word, and get what we can click. You feel me? And then get what we mean. You feel me? All that is a story. So we're going places, and you say something, and you're telling a whole story, and someone goes, "What are you talking about?" That's very disrespectful when you're telling a whole story with one word. So people come up to you wanting to rape you or kill you. You get what I'm saying? And one word tells the story. Shit, the Silent War was over medieval time. What do we say? Hidden means protected. You feel me? In this time, slang, you feel me? When you protected, they say you hidden. No, bitch, I ain't hidden. I'm super protected. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that crazy shit because... I'm saying that. I shouldn't have to do that, too. I don't know. Yeah. So that being said, yeah. The more meanings that people don't also get is where we're going in the world, is who we are. So now, a best way to give interpretation and to adaptation of what we're talking about, since I brought up lions as my senses, and I'm giving an endorsement to their senses too, and I got for y'all. Let's talk about what sleep is, okay? Let's talk about what sleep is. This is what we're gonna talk about. Okay, so sleep has many definitions. Sleep is many mythologies. Sleep is many stories, okay? So people don't get that sleep is a warrior, okay? Sleep is a warrior that made it out and now is a god, okay? Like, that's what I'm saying. I would name my kid every name in the dictionary. It's the rumors of telepathy to cancel out the being able to communicate in telepathy with them, understood in every way of how the story happens, of why those names have shit like poop. You feel me? Like zoo. Like, come on now. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Dick. You get what I'm saying? It's just bitch. Like bitech, bitch. You feel me? It's just the mythologies behind the stories that cause people to make gods not come out. Because there's people, the ancient, you feel me? So that being said, as people don't know that the whole dictionary is a whole mythology of gods. Okay? Sleep is all of them is cold. Okay, I'm not trying to get out. But sleep, that story of sleep. Sleep is a story of the halls of Amenti. Is a warrior protecting the halls of Amenti. That's who sleep is. Because, like I said, letters are hieroglyphs. Okay? Microism are hieroglyphs. You feel me? So, I'm not about to read it out to you, but and we don't, it's not that vibe, so I have that platform to do it later, maybe. But yeah, sleep is the warrior of halls of Amenti. So all these stories about sleep, did you go to sleep? I'm like, yeah, I didn't go to the halls of Amenti that sleep is protecting, but I did go to sleep. You feel me? Cause sleep, you feel me? So the whole registering of where people go when they close their eyes in the astral world is known as controlled. You feel me? This is about galactic patrol. You feel me? This is why I want to talk stuff like the ranks of how we get up in the world and how you can still be that person no matter where you go after you put in that mileage, okay? Because that would be some shit if you can get into every base with your eyes closed, and now when you try to walk in there and then you say this shit like that will make them know like this is actually the mission. I'm telling you the mission right now to make me be able to get in here right now. Listen to you saying you about to attack me. You feel me? You about to attack me if you feel me. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. These people are not about that life, because if they was about that life, the second I walk up to them and do this, and I'm like, well, it's a mission. You feel me? And there's many ways I could show the mission, but I'm showing it this way. And you're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, you don't know. I'm telling you, I'm not wasting your time. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Because you can check when someone can alert you, okay? So it's how much I got your alertness, you feel me? I'm not, because there's gonna be those deers in the crossroads like, oh, you can't see that I'm like, bitch, if you don't get we've been watching you and your FBI bouts is horrible, you feel me? I walk in, they using clean, you feel me? Blank benefit of doubt game. Clean sleep, you feel me? This is still sleep, man. This is still talking about sleep protecting the halls of Amenti. So this everything that's a joke on the halls of Amenti, you feel me? Because the halls of Amenti is not a joke. You feel me? You people know what the Emerald Tablet is, if you get what I'm saying. That's where really the story of ancestors protecting dreams and sleep. That's where sleep comes in. You feel me? So that being said, that the next you get what I'm saying. So yeah, no, it's not a game. That's just how it goes. I explained it. It's gonna be explained better because you get what I'm saying. First of all, I'm Egyptian. None of this is Egyptian. Okay, so everybody can tell if my voice sounds a certain way, something is happening. Okay, because that's how Egyptians roast people. Okay, just so people know. So yeah, but that just yeah. So yeah, sleep is a warrior for the halls of Amenti, as they talked about the story about ancestors protecting dreams, because every word in the dictionary is a mythology story of rumors being a co-read of telepathy. Because how do we know rumors are real, but we know what telepathy ain't? That doesn't make sense. We know the second someone come up to you and says, no, you can read the energy they're coming with. Okay, so just to throw that on. Okay, so it's that simple of how sleep has its own story, and when you respect sleep, then the story about you being able to disappear in no gravity, you feel me, as they call you closing your eyes to halt immensely to make your body remember that life used to be no gravity. You get to go to your home. So the thing is, sleep was that warrior that niggas was waiting for you to close your eyes. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? You don't have to physically close your eyes, but close your eyes and then go to your place, and then they're faster than you in no gravity, and they do their mythology story of the myth of rape. You feel me? Of because they wanted to be rape. You feel me? So now they saw how sleep worked, and they thought that would make them be able to act like rape. And rape don't. That rape was just a person. You feel me? That was cold. And they wanted to be like rape, and that's just how rape meant that, because that's how much they wanted to be like rape. That's just, you feel me? And that's how rape means, when rape was about love. You feel me? So now they're trying to take a part of a physical action of understanding movements to mean them wanting to be the person doing those things. That's how sleep and rape coming about outside of people talking sexual activity. But you know, that's where people go because they wanted to be rape. Even they didn't want to be rape. They wanted to be rape the person. You feel me? Like, so that's how the whole story comes of talking other ways, and it's like I said, it's all, the whole dictionary is Medusa stories. If the best way to, you feel me? If people be like, well, where's the boats? I'm like, they don't have to. That's just first. Like I said, one word tells it all. Okay, once you say one word, so it's like you feel me? Silent War was over medieval times. So when I turned on the camera, it didn't matter what contract I signed. I could have got down, signed it, got down. You feel me? Whatever I know was the one word that everybody just started arguing with me. You feel me? And you know, now where my platform is to keep going, because I am a person that's going to shut up. You feel me out there? My one word is not on this fictional word, but the fixture isn't on a lower velocity. It's on a higher velocity to show that there is a audience outside of my money counter that people are trying to display and take away from my knowledge of my one word when I had this phone in my hand and I knew how the machinery made the phone from how we started with hands. Just to throw that out there. So, like I said, I'm mechanic retired because I've had to write in reverse when I did it with hands, and that's a lot of stuff that you should chill after going, I guess, write in reverse to say you're back normal. But people don't comprehend that while you're on the outskirts of you writing in that same reverse. So it's that simple. Why I tell people I've never lied. You feel me? That's where lie has its own mythology. Okay, so people don't know the story of lie. So in the story of lie, if I can take a moment, in the story of lie, people didn't like that lie didn't talk. So since lie didn't talk, they said they was lie. They was like, I didn't say nothing. So they said, I lied. So people used to admit they lied all the time. But guess what happened? Lie is a warrior. So you know what I'm saying? So rape is a warrior. Then they wanted to be raped. Lie was a warrior. Sleep is a warrior. You feel me? Dream is a warrior. Ancestor is a warrior. All these people, all these, every word and every statement, everything. So one word means a lot. You feel me? We can just be like sleep, 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 sleep. You feel me? Lie, lie, lie. You feel me? So they was like, I. I'm sorry. That's the velocity stuff. So yeah. So yeah, it's a whole circumstance that people don't get when your words are cool with those warriors. Okay? When you can say those words, when you can say lie, and it's not a problem. Okay? So it that's called networking, just to throw out. When your words have that disclaimer, so people can tell you your words have that disclaimer. So they tell you the story. They tell you the stories. They listen to them talk. I promise you, they'll navigate it. I promise you. They will be like, I was just at the bathroom. You feel me? And you already know the whole mythology of the bathroom was a whole good. The bathroom, warrior bathroom, was a whole problem. Because bathroom was known as math room. So when math room became bathroom, they thought it didn't change. And it was like, all this goddamn math, and you gonna say, because I put a B on my name? I ain't bathroom. Yeah, that's what warrior bathroom, bathroom went through. So people be like, I, with the warrior, I went, because went was with bathroom. To the bath. And you get, and then you see this whole disgusting flair if it's not, you feel me? They cool with those warriors, you know? You got telepathy knowing they didn't just went, you feel me? You got a whole hospitality. You know they don't stink. They had their own soap, or if they touched the soap and the soap really turned into some lavender. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is words is expensive, and people are not acting cheap. Okay, that's so when someone's not acting cheap and you're more I don't know, and they see your purse of words, then they get jealous and they want to rob you for your words. So then they play with your body language. They talk like they guessing what you're gonna say. They find other people and gamble with their life of hating you, even though they don't even like each other. And instead of learning that you saying, you want $1,000, and they like, yeah. You can't throw those $1,000 words out. You gotta throw goddamn 25-cent words out. And you keep and then you be like, well, that's $1. That's, I'm like, oh, keep it. How about, well, I was just count it for you. You would have had it in your hand. So, yeah, that's a velocity joke here. So, like I said, I just want to say, in the words of mythologies, out of the two warriors that I display myself around, I to say that first impressions last is I am the teacher and student. You feel me? You feel me? So it's so how badly you think that I'm not quick to be the student is where, you feel me, the rumors of the mythology of my word being in the dictionary, my name being in the dictionary, excuse me. Because I'm quick to be the student. But if you don't have a classroom, you can't be mad when I be like, okay. And you trying to guess which room I'm about to go into. Like, you can't, you can't be mad at that. That doesn't make sense. And that's what happens. They tried to be like, oh, well, you know, and I be like, where you bringing me? And they be like, oh, I don't got nowhere to bring you. And then I'm like, okay. And now there's a whole fake attitude because they wanted to gunpoint me. Like, and that's what that means when you waste someone's time. It's just that simple because you had common sense to know what wasting the time is from the ancestral platform of teaching. Okay. That's all I gotta say before like I said, when I was in Norcross, the rumor mill even couldn't even stop them saying the ancestors are coming back. And yeah, we all heard it all. So I'm not trying to say the smart thing is that the message was delayed. But 10 times out of 10, messages don't come out until the men in black is already goddamn walking around and getting the goddamn stage right. So that being said, it's just a whole thing about knowing like life is it and knowing your rank, because I said that to make people know like the whole dictionary is a rank to explain English because there's other words. The dictionary is not updated. We're just gonna keep it that while we still losing power outages. Okay, and Nikola Tesla, yeah, on that heat and Nikola Tesla. You remember that's how much emotional ball it is in a world full of a militant based people. Okay, it doesn't really matter about the emotional ball. Okay, and it's only emotional ball because of this militant based people. So they want customer service from those people. They're saying go ahead and be successful and us politely ask you like we can finesse that make you the bitch, you the smart bitch. I'm like, okay, I know the story, the mythology story about the warrior bitch. Pretty cold. You a bitch. You from the story. You get what I'm saying? So that's to throw the shade off of every word. Rape? Oh, you want to rape me? You feel me? You get what I'm saying? To throw the story off. Oh. So, that being said, it's just a big problem with people not getting that that is a stank in the atmosphere. That's not my character. Okay, that's weird to be walking around in the world, all over the world, and someone approaches me and talks to me, and then I have to just imagine me walking from right here, walk a mile, right? No, walk 7 miles, right? Walk 7 miles, and someone talk to me the same way. The same way. Like I was right here. I just look behind me like, no, bitch, I don't stink. Okay? What the fuck? How did I go from inside smelling, or you feel me, wherever smelling, to I have to be outside for this amount of time with the air booming, sunrise, and you still talking to me with this? I mean, you feel me? Because I'm not talking about a real stink. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's high story, the warrior high story. You feel me? So it's not two S's, but so the high story has to do with his story. So that's another word that has to be in the dictionary. But to show you that shows you that the words are mythology warrior names, because we are talking about HISSTORY. We're not talking about HISTRORY, because it's not because his goes husses, which makes his high story goes because his still goes so you feel me? High story. So that's how you know that's the whole that's just the mythology of high story, and people don't respect that. So you know what I'm saying? We're around people not respecting the rotation of family, the warrior family, and other things that, like I said, one word explains. So if someone's talking to you calm and knowing even that much that I just said, watch this video. I mean, just momentum, because I do a lot, right? So ding ding. It's just I didn't brought the whole gang in, and you saw Sleep was my nigga. You saw High Story was. You saw How. You saw Life. You saw Started. You saw Minus. You saw Emotions. You saw Equal. You saw Karma. You saw Silent. You saw War. You saw, you feel me? Was. You saw the war. You feel me? You saw You saw War again. You saw Over. You see me? You saw Equal again. You saw Medieval. You saw Time. You feel me? You saw Hidden. You saw Equal again. You saw Protect. You feel me? You seen L. You feel me? And instead of respecting that these mythology warriors are on my side, just to explain why the truth is a warrior itself, to make a statement that, are you talking the truth? You feel me? And we get carried away and don't comprehend the whole meaning of teamwork. You feel me? Because the only reason why someone will argue to me or debate wrongly, knowing there's a whole velocity the other way, and the comedy behind doing it. You feel me? It's because they're gonna say, how was they together? When was they together? You feel me? What? How? When? What? Where? Where's the kid together? And I'm like, you're not a warrior. You don't know the warrior mythology story. You feel me? That's all I gotta say. You feel me? Because when you don't know something, you don't act like you do. And that's a damn show for whoever it needs to go to. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, like, I damn sure don't act like I do. So if I do know something, and then I'd be like, oh, and they'd be like, bro, that's not how you do it. I'd be like, oh, I didn't know. You listen to that whole, you not respecting the warrior mythology story statement. Okay. When I called out he said, said, listen, just to tell you this is how hieroglyphs works. Let me show you English, and there's a microism of it, and there's no difference. When I said O said, listen, he's about to tell you something. And when I said the warrior, mythology story of I said, he is not about to lie about this much of his energy. And when I said the mythology warrior didn't, he was like, and this is where you can see the truth at from dudes. And then it called two mythologies. And No said, don't look at, and No said, I'm here, but don't look at me. It's my bro, KNOW. That's nickname is me, but can be nicknamed now. You feel me? And No said, are you going to help him through all of that sarcasm? And they said, and they called, and he was like, you don't have to call me. We know. You get what I'm saying? Just explain like, well, you know this much. Where's your ETC? You feel me? How you? Where's this wrench go? Oh, I didn't know. You feel me? That whole story. You feel me? That whole little principle. There's better principles, but that was like a general principle of how I can use common sense of what I'm talking about with words as I'm speaking now. You feel me? So I don't sound like a bootleg cool person, okay? I sound like someone that is cool and plus having his own life equals people in the background hating that they can't choose how I maneuver. So they're like, oh, that's not that cool. You don't sound like that. Then they're like, oh, that was pretty cool. He's just being himself. I'm like, well, bitch, you gonna stop doing that. You feel me? That you keep putting that whole you keep putting statement in a whole business work to do as a warrior. To save his kids and what makes a statement. And then now these kids gotta be as cold to make sure they're not less than what statement means. You get what I'm saying? That people don't put that much into words, and that's what Babylon is. So people call out families and don't know that that's what karma is. You feel me? That's what the mythology of karma is. Because karma was supposed to go through all of that. But karma was like the Joker. So karma was like the warrior. You feel me? I mean, let's say like the warrior. The warrior karma. You feel me? Instead of going through all of that, got judged as just a principle. You feel me? No feelings. It's just a principle because they don't want to call karma a god, or a person. So just a principle. But Karma the Warrior explained that much that you just said, oh, that's karma. You get what I'm saying? So people play dumb. Like when I be like Ziza Ziza. Because that's another thing. Because everybody knows Ziza, okay? And I'm Ziza Ziza. You get what I'm saying? So everybody knowing Ziza, and I'm Ziza Ziza, that really shows you I'm old. So, if everybody knows Ziza and I can go be Zazaze, you feel me? Or Zamane, or for my Chucky 2-syllable name, Zamaine, then, because they're not calling me Zamane, they calling me Zamaine. You feel me? Zamaine. So it's just like, I don't know. They be like, oh, Zamaine. I'm like, well, it's Zaza. It's Zaza. It's Amane. The Chucky way of nickname, like Ugly, calling me ugly. You feel me? So right now, if I flashpoint the world, my name will be in the dictionary as Zamaine. People be like, oh, that's Zamaine. He's just being Zamaine. No, we're not about to do that. Zamaine on up. So you get what I'm saying? So that's how people mispronounce things in the dictionary, because it's Zamane. You get what I'm saying? It's not a word that goes, oh, you just being Zamaine. You feel me? No, that's the story. That's the mythology. That would be the joke, like, it's mythology story. But which would never happen, because people can't just be Zamaine, which makes the word have to be in the dictionary as Zamane. They were like, oh, Zamane. You feel me? Someone say something. They were like, oh man, I was chilling with somebody and I was like, how did you get over there? And then I thought about it. I was like, I did to give you my shit. I appreciate you for putting shit in my car and shit. Like, yeah, it's the Almanac. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, that was some grown ass shit. You feel me? That was some grown ass shit. You act like the other word that would be in the dictionary. You feel me? As a mythology story. That's what that word means. So that it's just throw out just how people don't know the big picture, and they just talk and say words, not knowing all these words was in an updated dictionary for us. So ADBC is just explaining. This is not no goddamn. This is not no. It doesn't. We don't go into. The projects was years ago. We don't go back to our project. Okay. We do Halloween, and then we grow up. We don't go years and years and years in doing this. Okay. You were citizen arrested, and now it's Walking Dead. Okay. It's not funny. It's not supposed to be, but it's that simple. Like, I'm about to repeat it because I'm funny. But yeah. So that being said, I kind of do. I might. I can I? So what I'm trying to do is get to the point of people getting that I can do a lot. Okay. I've done a lot. I don't want. This place used to be called Slovakia. This place used to be called Pangea. This place used to be called New England. This place used to be called Atlantis. This place used to be called Babylon. Okay, and Babylon was the last place it was called before it was z'd out and called every Z name of everything back to Sandy Springs. Okay, that's my pigment of my imagination, and I want to keep it that way. Okay, because in the end, if it's not right or in another language, it would be explained in that same blueprint of how I'm saying it. You get what I'm saying? So if I was just using words as examples, if not the right ones to fit, that's how I like to talk. If people can correct that, that's what you correct. You don't be like, you don't know nothing. Okay? And that's how people show people do not know how to use stories. They always talk about killing people with even the word they use. They're like, I just want you to kill them, then you die. Which goes to why the bitch told Spider-Man to go into the fire. Okay, so as you know, cause that's what I look in the movies. I don't goddamn be like, okay, no, all the people that caught feelings and thought like that, put those rumor mills on telepathy. Because I'm like, well, we don't want to talk to y'all anyway. So then they start following people anyway. And it's like, no, that was weird as shit. And that's what the gray shift and zombie shit becomes. And cycles and goals and ADBC and moon in 1995. And no, and soul was older before. You gotta respect world old trap. And so, what level are you on? Because I never seen someone ever. Oh, only person that could do that is someone that's on that level. It's above the old, the cold, the old. There we go. So I didn't say nothing. I just wanted to speak in general. Couldn't do it because wow. So I'm just making a big point to yeah. The jungle is the jungle, so people can call themselves they want. It's what they done with that warrior of words. You feel me? Because words is a warrior too. That was the warrior statements. You feel me? Warrior dialogue, warrior dialect, warrior sounds, warrior vibrations, warrior silence. You feel me? So that's all what I'm trying to say, that's how bad we gotten in the world. Because in the end, this could all be a TV show. But it's that digressed in the world that we are not making it a TV show. We are just putting it out there to somebody that has to make it the background or else. Because that's the backgrounds of personal space. So why wouldn't we not want stuff on TV about personal space? And knowing what I am talking about is the background of personal space. So it's like the lack of having my energy. If not, energy equal MC squared. You see the whole visualization of this is really a Capricorn age. If not a Capricorn age, a Capricorn display of penmanship. Okay, so it's just simple, So because I could have did this at a young age. I have a whole grasp of a mask of headaches of knowing how intelligent I am and how OCD I am about my senses that people think playing with my senses, you forget what I'm saying, causes a issue to my figment of my imagination and how I maneuver, not knowing that that's my little drop, my little dots, you feel me, my little chest. And called the whole world of reality next to sleep being a warrior, and the statement being a warrior, and that I said figment of imagination. And Me talking still. so, so you get what I'm saying. But yeah, so you get what I'm saying. So this is a Capricorn world. So if you feel me. So other Capricorns, their karma, which would be what, guys? What they see will be them having to beat the knowledge of what they see, which the main way to beat knowledge of what you see is not having jealousy. So that's why they call Capricorns that way, because of the Capricorn display of the world, and they are not part of that. So that also being said is this is also an Aquarius display of action, which is, you feel me? You feel me? Which other Aquariuses want to meet the Capricorn. So, because they can, you feel me? That's their karma. You feel me? They can tell this is a Capricorn display of action. So, that being said, it's the same with Pisces, as it is a Pisces too display. This is where they say we are in the age of Pisces, but it's still Capricorn display. So that shows you, you feel me? And they have to beat their own knowledge, because, you feel me? In the end, it's not about giving respect, it's about not disrespecting. So Pisces just have to beat their own. They don't have to go meet another Aquarius. They just gotta beat their own knowledge. You feel me? And then they don't have to beat the Capricorn either. I'll just give my example in the whole. So that being said, what people don't really understand though is it's only a Capricorn display because that's the Mercury state of the Aries display it is. So, that I'm not trying to call that, it's like a trap house for the Aries, but it is a Aries display. It's a Mercury. It's what the Aries would have done, but keeping it in a Mercury state. So, that being said, Aries live great. Oh, people are like, oh, I'm an Aries. They don't want to hear nothing. You feel me? Because they get it. You feel me? So, because Aries' karma is their beliefs. So, knowing that everything I talk about is being in reality, and then so you get what I'm saying. This is how, this is why I love my group chat and what I've developed of common sense out of agreeing to disagree group chats type shit of telepathy. I came in, first thing I said was what I just said. You feel me? And that's all. I just kept just. Hey, just keep holding me to that. Yeah, just keep. And now we here. Okay. So it's not out the way to go and not see how people don't get how they're off, but it's really a problem when you don't expect, when you know the warrior karma is. So you know what I'm saying? People that have their minds on right and know someone can be a crackhead and all, you feel me? Because these are warriors. Every word is a warrior. You feel me? So you feel me? So if like I was telling somebody, I was like, oh, you can call me. You can say I'm on crack. You can say I'm on ice. They always say I'm on crack. The mythology stories, I meet that more than you being you fighting the warrior crack. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? So, you get what I'm saying? So that's the problem. People just off, just talking like they don't get the figures that the warriors done in the war way, and they're coming back. But guess what? They're not coming back as warriors. They're coming back as warriors. You feel me? They're not coming. You feel me? They're not coming back as they would. You feel me? This is not a restart. You feel me? There's no restarting. You feel me? So you get what I'm saying? Certain warriors might still be in front, but the warrior family is a front warrior in the whole display of ancestors coming back. You get what I'm saying? Family probably been in the back a couple times, came front. Now families, you feel me, is always going to usually be in the front. The word family, you feel me? The word warrior family, the word. So that's what the story of ancestors coming back means. So it's not going to be in no apocalypse. You feel me? It's gonna be some mob and mafia. It's gonna be the warrior mob, the word, yeah, the mythology story mob, the mythology story mafia. So all the problems you have from that story mob, that story mafia, that's what the story ancestor has to go. He gonna come. You feel me? As we talk clout money, as we talk my story, Ziza, because that's the last thing I wanted to say. Okay, so Peter Parker, you feel me? That's that simple. That's that energy. The warrior behind that. They used the warrior behind that word. The real name behind that person was under another warrior word. And they are a word that I said that goes into compounds what I mean, and it goes with what I'm saying, and I'm swerving and them things, and it's more responsibility than the responsibilities. Group chats, the shit that they just speak, and they try and cloud my mind, but it doesn't do a thing. So you know, it's just easy that I'm still on my same routine over and over and over and over again. So that being said, who I am is Ziza Ziza. I used to be Ziza, which can be translated to Viper, okay? So I used to be Viper, okay? I used to be Viper. Or you feel me? I used to be Zyper. You feel me? We gonna keep it Z'd out, you feel me? Okay. And as Zyper, all this cat over me as so a nickname. So I'm nicknamed Zyper. The nickname Zyper. You feel me? So nickname Zyper. I'm this whole catalog of everything of what makes the beginning of time. You feel me? Like, you feel me? So you know how life starts, and then you start getting updates. You feel me? Because once again, Silent War was over medieval time. So updates on people died because Silent War was over medieval time. So people learned they died in an advanced world because they came back. You feel me? Futurama shit. So some people was able to go in those and they didn't die. Some people was in those because they died and then they had to learn their life to pay off their debt. So, because the beginning of time, you feel me? Silent Wars. That's how the medieval castles was around, and they talk about defend your castle, people just running around and stuff like that. You feel me? Yeah. So Ziza. So now, the amnesia. The mythology story of amnesia is a serious story. That is a big story about Zyper. Because the story about amnesia is a story about the mythology warrior that almost, as I look at the hieroglyphs, didn't keep a figment of imagination. So people didn't understand that amnesia was an apprentice of figment of imagination. And from the warrior's statement, and amnesia was going in the world just tracking, not keeping ideas, just tracking. But the problem is amnesia is a warrior. So people started noticing how OCD amnesia was with tracking, and they don't keep their memories that solid that way. So they started making monkey grab shit jokes about amnesia's tracking. And that's where the story about amnesia, about people have amnesia, but that's serious. So as Zyper, the seriousness of the trying to damage someone tracking, because you feel me, I could touch myself to track that I have feel on my, I can exert energy off my fingers, I can move my finger, you feel me? So how small of a figment of people just holding, not even if they can't comprehend how small, of still just when I be talking to people when I go outside about mechanic retirement and why mechanics stop taking care of doing cars because a lot of people are watching their hands, and that they had on amnesia was how serious the story of amnesia as a warrior is, as a mythology warrior. And people play like that's a game. So that's where Zyper comes in as a mythology warrior, which is the name that's now defined as which people's blessed to be hear by this name. So that's why, I wouldn't say it no other way. But as the descendant of Ziza, you feel me? That's how they say it, but you know what I'm saying? Ziza, the descendant of Ziza. And they know we are talking about Ziza. And they know that's still Zeiss. You feel me? That's how that shit goes. So yeah, that's how I could just remember my name. But yeah. So deja vu, you feel me? Deja vu, the warrior deja vu, cause that's a whole fusion. Cause Deja is a warrior. You feel me? A mythology warrior. Vu is a mythology warrior. Why the Astra can be there or not. You feel me? So, the whole story of Deja Vu is it's two people watching you lie to them. So now, the mythology warrior of deja vu it's two people watching you lie to them. So it's a whole gunpoint story. It's a whole Wild Wild West story. Deja vu's a whole Wild Wild West story about not getting lost. So it's two people watching you. So deja vu is two eyes. You feel me? Or four eyes. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Vu as eyes, deja four. You feel me? Or two eyes. You feel? So it's two people watching you for everything. So it's deja vu. You feel me? The whole warrior. But it's that what was serious about it is they knew who was Deja and they knew who was Vu. So it didn't matter if it was Vu Deja, they knew it was Deja Vu. But in another mythology background of momentum, people rather look at them as Vu Deja. You feel me? So I'm just keeping it real. I want to explain more about Deja Vu now. So yeah. So the story about Zyza, people know the story about Zyza. Amnesia, the protection of amnesia, the tracking. Zyza is known for tracking. That's what you feel me. Boom. So and they know Zyza, descendant of Zyza. Boom. So now Peter. Peter is a rich part of people's name. That's what the movie Spider-Man was mainly about. By calling, the comics and everything of calling Spider-Man out was making sure they put Peter in there to represent the Harry Potter of the story. Okay, that's why they made sure they put Peter in the whole story of Spider-Man. And then the next thing was choosing what Peter we would mean for Sir, you feel me, or Mick, you feel me. And they chose Parker. Okay, they chose the mythology Parker. It wasn't they didn't choose the mythology Peter Parker. They chose the story Peter as a mythology story warrior. Then they chose the story Parker. Okay, so that being said, that's the next part of the story, because it's now a fusion of choosing the mythology story Peter Parker. And Pete, like I'm just explaining what Peter means. This mythology story about Peter is the story not that far adjacent from not Pan, not the mythology story Pan, but Peter Pan. So the mythology story Peter Pan, which everybody knows, which could be in the dictionary to explain Dolph. You feel me? It'll be however they put Peter Pan in the dictionary. It'll be a way to explain Dolph in any colorable way they try. You feel me? It'll either be how in this generation they in war with the word Peter Pan, or you feel me? That's what it'll be explaining, which comes in to make what richness means, which makes the mythology story Peter. So the body of being a warrior, the mythology story, the warrior Peter is about being wealthy, healthy meaning wealthy. So, so they know Zyza because he's still Peter Zyza. You feel me? Which makes Peter Zyper. You feel me? So that's how they know Zyper, the descendant of Zyper. Now they know Peter Zyper. You feel me? Or Peter Ziza. You feel me? Not Ziza. Peter Ziza. You feel me? It's not Peter Ziza. It's Peter Ziza. So Peter Ziza. Okay. So now I don't know if I explained. I said it. The amnesia, but let me do the more of the hieroglyphs. Nah, I did it. I did it already. You feel me? So yeah, it's that. It's that simple. Like it's Peter stands for health. Pan. Just to give it to do the equation of where I left off with that clout money. Because Peter Pan is like the definition of doll. Pan is the mythology story of Tarzan. I don't know. Yeah. So Pan is the mythology story of Tarzan. And Tarzan is the mythology story of Jesus. But if you wanted to go, I could break it down more. But going deeper is really me just explaining that. But yeah, because tar, you feel me? It's the part that you could break down that, and then Zan from Pan being the real story of Tarzan. So Tarzan is the story about going through being as powerful as Pan to take care of the city from the jungle. And Jay came through trying to make a joke. So yeah, so Pan is the mythology story. You feel me? So you know what's Pan in the dictionary? You feel me? Heat, something that could take heat. You feel me? What else? Something that can hold. So Pan, so you know, the mythology story warrior about Pan is something that can always hold things. You feel me? The container. You feel me? The pan. So, yeah, that's what I broke down. Peter Pan. You feel me? And Peter Zyper. You feel me? And Peter Ziza. And yeah, that's really it. So you feel me? It's a whole responsibility thing that people don't pay attention to, and they'd be like, "Well, why don't you chill with karma?" I'm like, "You know why I don't chill with karma? It's in the dictionary. What the fuck is you talking about? What the fuck is in the dictionary? Why don't I go chill with Beyonce? Same difference. What the fuck? No, that's the same difference. It's you want a visualization of karma? Well, wait for her to get off work. When karma get off work, she'll probably, you feel me? She's still working. No, we would say fuck karma, and it won't do nothing after that if she wasn't. So you know, that's what I'm saying. Everything's a verb, and people don't look at the noun that an adjective is for the verb to be a name at the same time. People not respecting the principles behind common sense in the mythology story of that compound short statement, and more of every word that I'm saying is respect to my homies. So I don't know how that would ever get to that point, but it's okay.